always been interested in cameras, and I never really could pinpoint where that interest kind of came from, because my family isn't really big camera people. Like, we don't have pictures of each other. We barely, I think the last picture I have of my mom and I was literally when I was like 6 years old. We don't take pictures. We're not really the recording type of people. And then there's me, who, you know, I went to buy a camera for this YouTube channel, and I researched it so much. I already have like different lenses I want to try out. I'm just really intrigued by the whole thing. So the whole camera thing was weird to me until over the summer I was clearing out my grandparents' house, and I discovered this bag, and in it is all my grandfather's camera supplies. So I discovered what I can pretty confidently say is a vintage camera. I think there might even be some film still in here. He has a couple of different lenses as well. There's like this old school flash, which has all like these manual things on the bottom. This whole case, I mean, it sucks because the straps on it are a little bit broken, but this was one of the things that I knew that I didn't want to put in the storage unit. It needed to come with me, and is actually what my errand is going to be. Well, one of my errands is going to be for the day. There is a camera store near me, and they don't do any like repairs or anything like that. It really is more for film processing. But I found a couple rolls of film. I'm going to bring them in and see if I could get them processed, or if they have even been processed already. And then I also am going to bring in the camera with just one lens for now, because like I said, there's so many. Like, this has a lens in it, there's like two more here, there's this big boy, like so much. It is basically a gold mine of camera equipment and supplies, and I know that all of this is basically irreplaceable at this point. But essentially what we're going to go see is if this camera actually works. If not, I will still keep it. It'll be a nice little kind of accent piece on my desk or somewhere else in my house. But if it works, we're going to start shooting film. So I am about to head out to the camera store to see if they can tell me if this camera works at all. When I popped in briefly without the camera, they told me that it might actually just be a battery problem with it. Admittedly, I have not even turned this on because I don't even know if there is an on button. To be honest, I am completely lost, but I am so excited to see what this is and if it works. back in from running my errands. I stopped and had a little bit of lunch at a bakery nearby. I'm sure you guys know it. I go there all the time. But yeah, and I'm also making bread kind of at the same time. The video for that is already up. But while it was doing its rise for a bit, I ran out to run all my errands and get like the bra fitting and everything. And I just have to say my dough looks spectacular. So we're just gonna go finish that, roll it out, make our bagels. The video for that is already posted. And then unpack all my lovely, lovely things that I picked up today, and then hopefully make it to a spin class. Okay, so I am back home after probably the most chaotic, disjointed trip ever. I went like 3 different places for like, I went clothing shopping, I got groceries, kinda, and then I picked up a whole bunch of like paper and other stuff as well. It is chaos, but I basically got everything I needed. And I have to give a shout out to this tote. So I love a tote bag, but I don't like, sometimes I need a tote bag that's not like floppy, if that makes sense. So I recently picked up this one from Lululemon. It has like a ton of pockets. Sometimes it's too big for me, but I've been using it kind of like when I'm doing a lot of really long errands, and I love it. Honestly, it fits so much. It has a very defined base, which is kind of important when you see what is inside of here actually. But my watch said that we did about 2-3 kilometers walking today, so 2 to 3 kilometers, and something at the very bottom of the bag has been in here since like kilometer 3. But let's get into it. So first up, what I got was, I actually went to Knix to try and get a new bra. So the bra that I've been wearing recently, it literally, the underwire one night I found it like in my boob. It was just straight coming out, and it was like this jagged edge. So I needed to stop wearing my favorite bra because I don't want to die. I'm just envisioning like underwire into the heart through the ribcage. So I ended up getting the Revolution bra. I've heard good things about this. Trying it on, it actually was so comfortable. So I'm really excited to kind of wear this. I've never really had a wireless bra that felt as if it was going to stay on my body, so I'm excited to see where it goes with this. And I do have to say, they come in a wide variety of shades. So I love how they have colors, of course, like you could get a red bra, but I love how they have a wide variety of nudes. As someone who is not, you know, a nude, the traditional nude color, it is really nice to be able to walk into a store and get something that is fairly close to my skin tone, because sometimes I also want that kind of nudish looking underneath my clothes and going from there. So got a new bra. We're gonna try it out. We're gonna see how it is. I may be actually converted to Knix from this point forward. And then I didn't know this, but everything comes in, your purchases come with a tote bag. So I got this cute new tote bag from Knix as well, which I will just be adding into my rotation of tote bags for the summer. We also went to the grocery store. So this is what's been making my bag super heavy. I got eggnog. So it is super early in the season, but I have just been, ever since I've seen it in store, I've wanted eggnog, so I picked some up. I'm just gonna mix it into some coffee, call it a day, you know, real nice and simple. Start making some eggnog lattes. And then I also picked up some eggs because I currently don't have any, and I am making bagels right now. Trying my hand at making homemade bagels, and I actually need an egg for the egg wash tomorrow. So I figured while I'm out, might as well pick these up instead of, because it's debatable whether or not I'm actually going to go to a spin class tonight. So I was passing the grocery store, made sense just to pick it up while I'm already there. And then the other thing that I got, because I did need to go into the grocery store, is parchment paper, because I need to line my baking sheets with this. I have wax paper and I've had it for so long, but I don't have all my baking stuff here, and parchment paper is one of those things where it actually is needed. So picked up the biggest roll of parchment paper that I could find for the cheapest so that I could start lining sheets and stuff like that and bake with it. Then I went to the camera store. So basically what I learned is kind of what model of camera this is. It's a Nikon FE I've discovered. The guy was really good. The minute he looked at it, he let me know that it was missing a piece. So I guess there is some sort of piece that goes right here, like a little lever knob thing, which stops the pin from dropping down into the camera. So then you can't, and it helps rewind the film so that you get the film roll out when it's done. So he let me know that we actually cannot open the camera yet, because if this drops down and there's no way for us to get it back out of the camera ever, so we need to get that piece first. He did tell me that it's a really good camera, and that it's actually going to, he said most likely it works, which is good to know. I did resist the urge to ask the very stupid question of how do you turn it on? Because I realized that you may or may not actually turn this type of camera on. Like I said, I'm a total newbie. What I do know is that I am excited to learn kind of what is going on here. So yeah, so he gave me the name of the piece that I need. He said I could probably find it on eBay for like super cheap, or online somewhere. Nikon might make them as well. And then he said that it's just a simple matter of doing that. I also found a couple rolls of film as well, which I suspect have not yet been developed. So he said that they're just going to scan them and let me know, so we can make the decision of whether or not we get prints, or, you know, they might not just be empty. But excited to go down the road of this. One thing he actually said, because we do have a camera bag, he said the piece might actually be in that bag that I pulled out a little bit earlier. And kind of as I was describing, like, I know that there's lenses, there's multiple lenses and a whole bunch of other stuff in there, so the piece might actually be in there. He said, yeah, it might be in there, but what I will tell you is your grandfather fucking set you up. So, thank you. And then I also went to a knitting store. I did not buy any yarn. I really wanted to, but I got a new set of needles. And then I went to the paper store where I got some paper. I might not show this to you guys yet. It is going into my bujo for 2024. So I got some paper that I need just for part of my setup for my 2024 bujo, and some elements there. I can show you this. I got it in the same place. They have these really cute flower stickers, which I'm excited to kind of dive into. And then I just got a roll of gold washi tape. I went to Cumbrae's. Anyone who knows me knows that I love Cumbrae's as a grocery store in general. It's actually a butcher shop, but I picked up some another pasta puck and some pancetta from there because I need it for dinner tomorrow. And then finally I went to Anthropologie. So easily one of my favorite stores. I picked up this cute little hat. I saw it in store a few days ago and absolutely loved it. And it seemed like the type of thing that might sell out, so I went back to get it. Just, you know, cute little topper with a little bit of diamantes and stuff like that. The tag says that this is black, but it does show up a little bit more gray in person, so I will be holding on to it for a little bit with the tags on, just because they have a 60-day return policy to see if a true black ever comes in store, as well as do a little bit of investigation on the website, because this may actually be the black that I was seeing on the website if there's not a gray. So got a cute little hat. And then I also picked up some mugs. You know how I feel about Anthropologie and mugs in general. So picked up two cute little seasonal ones. We got this one, which has the London on it, and it says inside, warm wishes from London. And then I also got this one here, which is all New York City based. with everything. People skating on, I guess, a river, a canal. And on the inside it says "Good Tidings from New York City." So 2 new little seasonal holiday mugs. Can't wait to make like a hot drink in them and enjoy. Okay, so I think I actually found the piece that goes right here on the camera. I went digging through the bag because as soon as the guy said, "Do you have like a camera bag or anything like that?" I figured I'd check inside because that cavernous pit had a whole bunch of like bits and baubles in it. And I think this goes right here and screws on, maybe? I don't know. We shall see. He said if I found the piece I could also bring it back. So I think it goes there. It's like kind of on. I will bring it back in a couple days anyways when I go to pick up the scans of what I got. So we shall see.